Welcome, Josh Rickland.
I'm the last act before the intermission, so I'd like to give a hand to all the talented people that have been up here tonight. This is really excellent. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and she has an email address that she doesn't know about yet. And she won't know about it until she's an adult, and these are a couple of the things that I have sent to her. This is California, 2.5 years. And I hope you fuckers are ready for rhyming couplets. Okay, good morning. Let's try again. This is the thought the father has when he wakes up his kid for airplane, try 2. We're going this time, that much is true. It's not that yesterday we were without aid. The Virgin America staff, who are paid precisely to help traveling families in need, went out of their way to let us proceed on our way all the way out to old LAX. But the door to our plane and the jetway were wrecks, which led us, of course, to book a new flight and to taking young Harper back home for the night. And now we go back to DFW, where TSA guards are all set to shuttle you from terminal entry to security gate. And we woke up at 3 so as not to be late, so we made it. We did it. We got on our plane, and Harper was pretty amazing again. We got up quite early and stayed up quite late. Although by design we'd not much on our plate. We landed, we rented a car, and we went through Huntington Beach where, to Harper's lament, we stayed in the car on our way to Pomona, which, surprising to me, wore a smog hematoma despite being set in a bowl made of mountain. Or maybe because there is no accountant or proof that such an idea is science, or merely artisanal data defiance. So let's set that down and get on with our day. Diana went over and heard scholars say interesting things about learning communities. I, as a dad, battled lost opportunities for taking the kid to see fish as planned at an aquarium way up a road in demand by Friday Pacific Coast traffic as such. I wanted, but an hour's drive was too much. So because of our plane trials, we missed seeing whales, but Harper and I had plenty of tales to share and to watch in our room. Then we walked, and I listened intently to her as she talked about birdies and bugs and clouds and the sky. She asks me what now, but still doesn't ask why. She's just like her mother. There's 2 of them now. Headstrong and loving and grins all kapow. She is her own bear, says my wife, and it's true, but she's just as much me as she's made up of you. In many ways, Harper and I are the same, easily plied by a snack or a game. We even shared toil in training for potty. Upheaval had made Harper's record quite spotty, but by day's end, she'd gotten right back on the horse. This is a goal that we share, no remorse. My main travel job, save for writing these rhymes, is to try not to poop at unhelpful times. Later, I went running in a new town at night, and of course I got lost. So I gave up the fight to sneak in a run in the cool mountain air. I retreated to treadmill, watched Battleship there, then went up to the room and I ate a banana and saw Harper cherubic passed out like Diana. Who could blame them? We'd been up for 17 hours. I could scarcely believe that we'd all managed showers. So I read Alan Watts on an iPad in bed and passed out quite quickly and slept like the dead. And this is the 5-year update. I wrote those first letters at 2.5. Since then you have cried as much as you've laughed. When you were aged 3, you were crushed by ennui. And throughout age 4, you demanded one more. Now you've turned 5 and you learn when you feel, and sometimes this is silly, but sometimes it is real. Nothing brings me as much joy as you, but parenting can often feel villainous too. You're smart, so you push and you prod and you test, which can bring out my worst, though I try for my best. You don't just ask what, now how, and now why. We've brought you up curious, all questions apply. So when we bear down and fight through most of December that my job is to dad is hard to remember because it is way more fun to be friends, but I know that's how kids sort out to bad ends. And no one tells you kids get like roommates so drunk they refuse to hear reason and demand to get crunk at the most inappropriate times. But that's fine. This family is yours as much as it's mine. So we have to have rules, and I have to say no, and that's hard. But most of the time you do show that you know that I love you and you love me too. I'm okay, but this is harder to do than I thought it would be, because I'm me and you're you. Love's hardest work is the love that's done right, that you choose to do day in and out and each night. And to watch you become a really real person is on-the-job training with maxed out immersion. As your father, I'm trying to teach you the art of living your wishes and growing your heart and showing you ways to live in the now. And I'm sorry, but sometimes I forget how. I get stuck inside my own future and past, the fearful decisions, the joys that don't last. It's not different from me, we're of the same mind. But you've got to be kind to yourself, to be kind to the people you want to keep in your life. A daughter, a father, a brother, a wife. My goal is for you to end up beyond me, to be better and happy and more ease with free. If I do my job right, you'll love yourself so through whatever you do and wherever you go, and those you collect will know all about how they must also be kind, or get the fuck out. So feel all your feelings. I'll be here as long as I can be, and will sing along to the songs that I taught you till you can teach some to me, and you grow all the way up, happy and free. Thank you.